I came to Taormina and did all the fun things so you don't have to. So I thought I would share with you guys everything that we did and my thoughts on Taormina and whether it's worth it to go here for a short weekend, for longer, for shorter, and also I guess like my honest opinion. But this is day one and I'm actually going to film this at the end of the trip, but I thought I'd give you guys like my first impressions right now. So this is day one. We've sort of arrived like midday, but it's really difficult, well not really difficult, but it's just challenging to get from the airport to the actual accommodation. We're in Capo Taormina, Hotels, which is like, honestly it's a stunning hotel. Like the view from here is beautiful, and this is like sort of sunset-ish time. Well, not sunset yet, but it's like getting, the sun is going down that way, so it's beautiful like lighting here. It's a beautiful little balcony that we've got in our accommodation, which is stunning. Honestly, getting here is a nightmare. The airport is another nightmare. Like they've got these electronic check-in, like airport security stuff, but it doesn't really work. So you're doing that and then you go into this electronic line and the machines don't really work, and then you are then going to the counter, and if it doesn't work you're going back into the manual line, and it's just a time waste. And then after that you've got this bus that you have to take all the way to Taormina from Catania, which is like the actual airport, and that is only comes every hour. There's no like signage anywhere. You could have taken a taxi, which was 130 euros, so in comparison this bus is like 7 euros, which is great, but it's just typical to like Italian culture. It just doesn't run very efficiently. So first thoughts are, it was really difficult to get here. So either what I'll do is either like film a recap every day and just say like whether the day was worth it and what we did, just so like all my thoughts are as honest as they can be. I think that's probably a better way of doing it than right at the end, because I will probably forget things and like not give you guys like all the details. But so far, like, it's a beautiful space. It's meant to be sort of cloudy and rainy today, but the rest of the weekend is meant to be really nice. So honestly, it's the perfect day to have wasted in transport. But in all honesty, when you go for a weekend away from London, I feel like you think, oh, it's just a weekend away, it's so easy. But the transport itself, like the 2 hours before the flight in London and the flight itself, and then the hours you have to get from the airport to the accommodation, you're wasting up 12 plus hours. So you need to have like a long weekend. It needs to be like 3-4 days. So this trip is about 4 days, and 3 of those days we've got stuff we're doing, and then obviously like between 1 full day is like the transport to and from. So far the thoughts are the accommodation is beautiful. Getting here was a nightmare. So I'm gonna go out for dinner and explore the town a little bit, and then see what my thoughts are after that, because I haven't actually seen the town at all. Yeah. What song is it? Oh, and what's this one? It's been 1 day in Taormina, or half a day, because it took us like more than half a day to get here. But apart from the airport and the difficulty in getting here, the hotel is gorgeous and the town is so quaint and so gorgeous. So many good food spots and shopping spots. So actually, day one so far, and I am loving it. This is the morning of day 2. So yesterday we walked through town and went to a dinner spot. The spot that we wanted to go to was not open, so we went to a different spot, which was, service was average, but it wasn't one of the list of places we wanted to go. So I don't know what we should have expected. The food was really good. We went to a bar called Daiquiri. In my other video I talk about what everything costs, so I do go through that in real time. But in Daiquiri, obviously you get daiquiris. They were really good. I just did not get a daiquiri, but really good. They gave you snacks with it as well. It was a really cute vibe. And then we went out to dinner and we got gelato on the way back, even though it's not boiling hot. So it was freezing by the time we got gelato, and we weren't wearing as warm clothes as like we probably needed to at that time. And then took the shuttle bus back to the accommodation. So this is the next day morning. So in all honesty, so far my thoughts are, yep, worth it, really good so far. Let's see whether we need all 3 days in this town. I feel like with the activities we're doing we probably do, But yeah, so this morning we're gonna go out to go to the gym, have some breakfast, and then head out into town for the day. Good morning, day 2. First expensive day 2 is a €5 granita. First granita of the trip, so I feel like many more of these, but it is worth it and incredible. We are also going to Teatro di Antico. Oh no, Teatro Taormina, something. Anyways, ruins and a viewpoint, but I, again, don't know heaps about what we're doing on this trip, so yeah.
Are you scared being a volcano?
No.
That's at the Earth's pimple.
Yeah, the £16 was worth it. Yeah. Hi. I think what I need to do is break down each day, because otherwise how am I going to put it all together? Hi friends, I am chilling by the ocean now, which is all included in our accommodation, so that was definitely worth it. But look at this view in the meantime. We waited for an hour for this restaurant, so it better be good for the 1 hour wait.
This pasta is good.
Good morning for day 3, but I'm going to recap yesterday. Might put snippets in to show you guys what we did and what we got up to and whether it was worth it. Started off the day going to the gym in the hotel. So Una Capo Taormina is where we're staying. Well, Una Hotels Capo Taormina, and the gym was actually quite good. So I would say that is a plus point here. So I think that was worth it. And then we went straight to our included breakfast, and that was incredible. Honestly, good selection, good amount of healthy food also for a breakfast, and not just a whole load of carbs. And yeah, really like that. So that was really good. Have a shower, get ready, and went into town at about 11. And the first thing we did was go to the Greek amphitheater, so Teatro Taormina or whatever. It's like a ruins, but it's got a beautiful view of Taormina, and it was only 16 euros for a ticket, so that was actually quite nice. I really enjoyed that. The weather was super mild, so I think coming here on a super hot weekend would have been challenging because of the walking, and the town doesn't get a lot of breeze. But right now it's like, what, 19 degrees and sunny, and I think like for the town and stuff, that's like the perfect weather. For water and the beach and all of that, I think it could be a little bit hotter, but for the town it was honestly perfect. So after that, we did want to see the gardens, but we didn't really we thought we'd get food first. We went to La Focaccia, and then we went to Bamba, and both of them were 100% worth it. Like, honestly, that was probably my favorite food I've had on this trip so far. The focaccia was like not actually super thick, it was like fluffy but like thin, and then we got some veg stuff inside, so we just got one of them without the meat, so it was a truffle one, and oh my god, it was so good. Like, hands down, was definitely worth it. If there's one thing you guys do, definitely go to La Focaccia and Bamba. Like, those two, honestly, like those things where you don't know whether something is worth it or not from social media, and those two were definitely like, yeah. Focaccia was kind of like street food, like you kind of just take it and have it as you're going, so that was what we did. And then we lined up for Bamba. Honestly, it was a long line, but only took like 15 minutes, so that wasn't that bad. Once you were in there, the food took a little bit of time, but the brioche and the granita, chef's kiss. Oh my god, it was so good. Like, I'm still thinking about it. We think we'll get it on the last day. We had a boat tour around like the coast of Taormina and beyond, like Naxos and Isola Bella, the Blue Grotto, all of that. I've been on a few boat tours, so I wasn't like having super high hopes, and the weather was like mild but pretty nice for a boat tour. It wasn't too hot. The water was also calm, so we didn't get splashed too many times. The water's probably too cold to swim in, so initially I thought the people on our boat were like a bit annoying because they were like the loud ones that were drinking, that were trying to dance and all of that, and it was just a bit much. But second half of the boat, one of the girls like got me up to dance, and it was actually a lot of fun because he started playing reggaeton, and you know me, I cannot stop if we start playing reggaeton. Like, honestly, I start singing to the music, I start dancing, and honestly it was a bit of a vibe, and I had a lot of fun. We came to the hotel, and honestly perfect time to come back because the sun was shining, it was warm. We got to lay by the pool, got into the pool for a little bit, and then got ready for dinner. So it all sort of like tied in really well. So honestly, yesterday was, things we did were definitely worth it. It was definitely like a good day so far. We took the shuttle bus into town for dinner, and we went to a place that was like considered super popular, but like also you have to line up because they don't take bookings. So we ended up waiting in line for an hour. It's Osteria Dorita. And I would say with the service being super slow and like waiting for an hour, was it the best pasta I've had in my life? Was it worth a 1 hour wait? Was it an incredible dinner? Yeah. So if you're coming to Taormina and one of the things that people tell you to do is Osteria Dorita, honestly, if it's a busy, and look, we're at the start of May, it's not even busy season yet. So honestly, I would skip it. So that's the one thing that I think yesterday, while I think it was a really good dinner, and at any other time if we didn't wait an hour and it wasn't such a late dinner, I'd be like, yeah, this is incredible. Not really worth the 1 hour wait, I would say. I'll recap today at the end of today because we're doing something super exciting, something that includes that big boy over there. So I'll let you know how it goes at the end of the day. Water, ice cream, and a beautiful day. What did we do today?
Etna tour.
We went up to Mount Etna, and it was worth it. It was an incredible tour. I can link it somewhere so you guys know which tour we did because it was actually really good. But Mount Etna's really cool, actually. It's all a volcanic area, this area is. Now it makes me want to like go through the history of like the earth again. Go watch those documentaries. Let me tell you, this is worth it. Also, what's the name of this place? I'll tell you guys later because I can't remember. This is the fanciest place. This is quite nice. While we walk, let's recap today. So, what did we do? We went on a trek and tour of Etna, Mount Etna. How was it?
It was quite good.
And basically it was like a morning tour, so this guy had to wake up early in the morning and he actually did it. He did well. I think he did quite well. I think we should walk on that side so we can actually see what's coming. So it was actually a really good tour. I'll have to like link it somewhere. I would say if you are in Taormina, it is worth doing Mount Etna because that is like basically main mountain that sort of like, I guess, created this part of Sicily. It didn't used to exist, and the different volcanoes, and then Taormina sort of like created it. Olive oil and wines and different things that come from that area as well. I mean, obviously like volcanic activity and everything creates a lot of metals and a lot of like life on the planet or on that area. We came and did what Anuj enjoys doing the best, which is what, Anuj?
What did I do?
What did you do after?
Oh, this is the Four Seasons Hotel.
And are we going there?
There's a bar there which means you're quite nice if you want to go.
Yeah, we can try.
Do you want to go?
Yeah. But just quickly, what did we do after Etna?
What did we do after Etna? We went to the pool.
Yeah, well we went to the wine tasting, which was quite nice. So it was part of like the package, and then we had like lunch there. It wasn't a full lunch, but it was enough, definitely. And then we went and spent a few hours just by the pool, and honestly 20 degrees in Taormina feels like 30 degrees by the pool. So honestly it was actually perfect weather for a chill by the pool and like for the like heat of the day. So I actually think like spending some time, I would say tanning, but not really tanning. We were just like enjoying the sun, being in the pool, reading a book. I'm reading The Mountain Echoes by Khaled Hosseini, I think, and like I can't put the book down, so I'm gonna go home and read that again. So anyways, then we went out for dinner, and dinner was actually quite nice. It was a cute little date night, a little bit more fancy than what we've previously been doing here in Taormina. So it was on like more the pricier side, but it was like a cute little date night. And now we're out for drinks, and hopefully, I think if we're still hungry, we'll probably get pizza after, because honestly, while the place was really nice, it was small portions, and I feel like being vegetarian and having small portions doesn't really work. Although I am quite full given drinks, plus we've had a lot of food. over the course of the last few days. So kind of like a recap of what we did today. A room service breakfast, and this is our gorgeous breakfast. This is not even all of it because we've got extra over here, so this will be round 2. And we've got beautiful view of Etna. Okay, I want first impressions of cannoli. How was it? I think it just kind of tastes like bread and custard. Bread and like, yeah, custard. Oh, the brioche was so good. We came to Taverna Don Nino and it cost, how much was it? 34 euros. 34 euros for a pasta and the mozzarella salad. But I just think the food far exceeded, and the service far exceeded the expectation of the other place. So I would recommend this place. And honestly, for lunchtime, like, we got in so easily. So my 4 days comes to an end. My final thoughts about Taormina are, firstly, I think it's a really, really cute 3-4 day trip away. It's quite relaxed, it's quite chill. Really nice food spots. There is an insane queue for some of the places, which is a bit annoying, but in all honesty, like, the food in those places are quite good. Well, to be fair, Anna loved the pasta at the place that we lined up for an hour for, because we came in the shoulder season, so this is like spring. It hasn't hit like the peak season yet. We got to avoid some of the longer queues for things, which is really nice. We've gotten really lucky with the weather. It's been like 21 degrees for the last 3 days, and we've spent the afternoons by the pool, in the pool, just in the sun. So I've definitely coming back with a bit of a tan. Although in the summertime here, I feel like I tan the whole time. But I feel like that is my default now, which is, I mean, I love that, but it depends. So I think overall, would I recommend this place? 100% I would. It's been really, really nice. Anuj, what was your favourite food?
I think the pasta.
Rita. That's the place that I got a bit annoyed with because it was over an hour wait, and then we only got served at like 9 PM, even though we waited from like 7.
Yeah, don't go if you're hungry. If you're a hungry human being, I wouldn't recommend it.
Today we went to Taverna Don Nino, and I really liked that, and I feel like it was a bit more of a chill vibe. They got us in straight away, we got food straight away. Honestly, that was really nice. We hiked up, we kind of like had a car up to Mount Etna, and then we hiked for a little bit, learned a lot about volcanic activity and the volcano in general. I found that quite interesting. I actually really liked that day. Did you enjoy that day?
Yeah, I liked that.
And also at the end of it we had like a wine tasting and some snacks, so that was nice too. Honestly, that winery was quite pretty, and like they had a sunroom which I thought was really pretty, and I was like, in my future holiday house, not that I'm getting anything, I think having a sunroom would be really cool, and maybe a pool in the sunroom. And this is just me wishful thinking, but imagine that would be so cool. Not in London, it would be too cold for those sort of things in London, but that would be so nice. I did a boat tour, and initially I was like, this boat tour is a bit annoying because there was such loud people on the boat, but they then got us up and dancing, and that was a lot of fun. The hotel we stayed at was Una Hotel Capo Taormina, so it's actually on like the coast. Yeah, so it's on the coast, and you kind of have to take like a shuttle bus or like a taxi or something. You can book taxis on Uber here, so that's really useful. But yeah, you have to take a taxi from there into like the bus terminal near town, and then walk like 5-10 minutes into town from there, which I think the to and fro can be a little bit annoying, but then like being outside of like the main town is actually quite nice because the town is quite busy, and it kind of felt like, you know, every day we could just like decide when we wanted to hit the town and like do the stuff we wanted to, but outside of that we had like a resort style stay, which I'm not used to, but that was like, as in I'm probably used to it now, but usually I just book like Airbnbs or like, you know, cheap accommodation because I'm out and about the whole time. But this time was really nice to also couple the time in the town with like time by the pool, or time, you know, in the accommodation, or, you know, the breakfast, which we had breakfast included, which was really nice. And the breakfast is actually quite good as well. The A few annoying things with the place was, so this morning we organised a bed and breakfast, or like a breakfast in the room, room service sort of thing, because what we'd understood from like the breakfast room service thing was that it's a 10 euros like extra charge to have it in your room. Turns out there's things that you had to pay for on top of the included things and the 10 euro service. So, which, like, as in the wording did not really say that, so I did kind of tell them, and we ended up having to fight that. And you know what, at the end of the day, like compared to how expensive the actual trip was, 48 euros is not the end of the world. It was like just the principle of it. Yeah, so on the way back to the airport, rather than fretting about with this bus that was so difficult to navigate on the way here, we ended up just using a taxi, but I'd say that's definitely on the more expensive side. We spent like the second half of today, sorry I'm in a tunnel right now so you can't really see me, the second half of today hanging out at the pool, and I didn't actually get into the water, but I did fall asleep laying right in the sun, and I got very sweaty by the end of it because we were told that there was a room to get dressed and get ready for the airport basically, and I just got fully into the ocean and everything, and then they were like, oh yeah, the room exists but people are using it at the moment so you can't use it. We're like, yeah, but we've got half an hour till this like the taxi driver comes, and you did say we could use it, which means now we're stuck, because what do we between now and the taxi driver coming and actually like getting us to the airport. So we had like a 5 minutes to shower and get dressed and then head to, well, the taxi driver was already here, so then I think it was like 4:05 that we got into the taxi. Overall, I would rate this trip a 8 out of 10. Like honestly, Taormina was super pretty, the food was great. We had that Sicilian, I forget what it's called, but basically like the ice cream in a brioche bun, and we got a pistachio ice cream, and honestly like mouth-watering, like that was to die for. That was actually so good. Separate video, I am talking about how much this whole trip costed by like literally chatting about how much something costed at each point that we spent it, so stay tuned for that, because that is, I don't know, different format of video and quite interesting, I thought anyway, because I was like, how much do these things really cost? And I never take into account like food or transport, like, you know, the big things are booked and paid for, like your accommodation, your flights, maybe your accommodation, your flights, maybe some activities, things like that. But then after that you're just like, oh, how much did I spend? I don't really know. So this time I actually whipped my camera out and chatted about each cost and whether it was worth it or not, so stay tuned for that one because that is quite interesting. And any final thoughts about the trip?
It was really good.
Anything other than that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, 7.8, okay. That's quite high in his books because he normally rates his days at work a 2 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching this, and hopefully I have inspired you to go visit Taormina, even if it's just for a weekend, if it's for some good food.